Hi, I'm Zana from Classic Recruitment. So let's move on to the interview process. Interviews in Australia may be conducted differently to those you've experienced before. Thorough preparation for your interview may be what sets you apart from other candidates who are as skilled and experienced as you. Let's discuss the different types of interview formats. Firstly, telephone. These can be used as an initial screening interview. It is important that you treat this type of interview just as seriously as a face-to-face interview. Even if you're nervous, you should try to speak clearly, keeping to a moderate pace so the interviewer can understand you. You may ask for clarification of questions if they are not clear. You should also have all of your documents ready in case you need to refer to them. This includes your resume and application letter. Next is a one-on-one. This is the most common type of interview, where a job applicant has a face-to-face meeting with the employer. It can be easy to develop rapport with the interviewer in a one-on-one interview, but it can be just as easy to get the interviewer offside. As in this case, there is only one person making the decision. You must do everything you can to impress this person. The next is panel. The panel interview is conducted by 2 to 5 people who hold various positions in the organisation, and often people whom you will work closely with if you are successful. As with all interviews, you should know the names of the panel members before you attend. It is important to treat each panel member equally and make sure you greet them individually and in the same way. While applicants often feel more nervous than in a one-on-one interview, the advantage of a panel interview is that having more than one person involved increases the possibility of an objective decision being made. Next is group. This involves being interviewed together with other job applicants. You may be asked to perform tasks with other applicants. And the main purpose of this type of interview is really to see how you relate to other people and how you work within a team. This means the interviewer may be looking for leadership qualities, how you react with new people under pressure, and your problem-solving skills. Next, we have formal versus informal. Formal interviews are very structured and generally follow a pre-prepared structure with scripted questions. Informal interviews are often casual and more of a conversation rather than formal questions and an answer process. Next is the big part. Preparing for the interview is key. Firstly, research the company. Know what the organisation does and why you want to work for them. Employers will be disappointed if you don't know anything about the company. This could be seen as a lack of interest and lead to assumption that you would not be a dedicated worker. It may also be helpful to find out some information about the person and people who will be interviewing you. Next, know your skills and strengths. Think about which of your skills and strengths are most relevant for each job. You must reflect on your capabilities in order to be able to sell them to someone else. Think about your experience and skills. Reading over the job requirements again will enable you to understand what the employer is looking for. You can think of these requirements in relation to yourself and prepare some relevant examples of how you fit these requirements. Always dress to impress, no matter the position you're applying for. Dressing to impress for that first interview not only tells the interviewer you are serious about that job, but also that you're serious about yourself. So, what to wear? Firstly, take extra care with your appearance for a job interview. Make sure your clothes are clean and ironed. Wear clothes that are comfortable so that you can concentrate on what is being asked of you and not how uncomfortable you're feeling. So, what not to wear or do? Wearing not enough or too much deodorant, fragrance, and aftershave. Sheer, see-through fabrics, displaying heavy jewellery or jewellery that jingles and jangles, unwashed or unkept hair that flops into your eyes or needs to be consistently pushed back. Smoking should also be avoided just before going into your interview. For an office-based corporate role, for men, a suit and a tie, or dress pants and a jacket with a collared shirt, business shoes and socks would be ideal. For women, pants or a skirt around the knee length, blouse or a shirt and appropriate shoes would be ideal. For other roles such as process work, entry-level role, or a job in a less formal environment, females can wear a shirt, a top with either pants, skirt, and enclosed shoes. As for men, maybe a smart casual pant and a button-up shirt. Ensure you know where to go for the interview, so you turn up on time. Go for a drive the day before to ensure you know where to go, where you can park, and how long it will take to get there. Understand what is on your resume. You will get asked questions on the content of your resume. Prepare for specific questions. Apart from technical questions, most interviewers will ask certain questions. Even if you are nervous, try and act calm. Here are some tips and tricks. Be on time. Don't show up late or too early. 10 to 15 minutes is perfect. Know the name of the person you are meeting. Research the company, also the industry if you are not from that industry. Tell the truth, especially about your skills and your experience. Listen carefully to the interviewer. Be friendly and courteous on arrival at the reception desk. Project a friendly, professional, and positive attitude. When meeting the person interviewing you, shake hands firmly, use eye contact, and greet the interviewer by their name. Wait until you're invited to be seated, sit upright in your chair, look interested and alert. Be a good listener, as well as a good talker. Smile and look at the interviewer when talking to them. Make sure to remain calm and relaxed. If presented with an application form, complete it neatly. Do not answer questions with a simple yes or no. Elaborate your responses. Have a positive body language. Look at the interviewer in the eye. Watch your grammar and language, as you shouldn't swear. Take a pen and paper so you can take notes. Know how much notice you need to give your current employer if you were successful. While salary and benefits will come up in every interview, wait for the interviewer to bring this up. At the conclusion, ensure you understand what the next steps in the process are going to be. Take an extra copy of your resume to the interview. Show enthusiasm and determination. Be proactive, persistent, and show a positive attitude during your job search. Be proactive in seeking out job opportunities, attend job fairs, and be open to informal interviews. Finish the interview with a handshake and thank the person for their time. Now we'll go to the workbook to complete the next activity. Now we'll learn some common interview questions. One of the first questions would be, tell me about yourself. This question may be used to assess your personality, preparation, communication skills, and your ability to think on your feet. Prepare a list of what you do, your current or last job, your strengths. Remember to focus on job-focused skills, and a summary of your career path, linking your experience to the job at hand. In terms of your personal life, you only need to discuss what you are comfortable with. How would your colleagues describe you? Be ready to spend about 2 minutes answering this question. Begin wherever you feel comfortable. High school, college, a prior position. This is an opportunity to speak logically and clearly about yourself and to share a particular accomplishment or attribute that makes you a valuable employee. Tell me about your biggest accomplishment. Your response here is critical. Focus on your hard work, commitment to long hours, or ability to work under pressure. Describe a recent challenge and how you were involved in the solution through working overtime, a leadership role, or other contribution. Try to present an accomplishment you feel might apply to this new position. What did you dislike about your last position? Your answer will give the interviewer an idea of whether or not you are a good fit for this position. Avoid admitting that you didn't like working overtime or you had a conflict with the company's management team. Instead, put a positive spin on your answer by saying you enjoy challenges and growth opportunities. Describe your most important strengths. Identify 5 key strengths you feel are most in line with the position for which you are being interviewed. For example, technical skills, management experience. Describe each of your strengths using a brief example of how you successfully applied that particular strength to the work situation. What do you believe is one of your weaknesses? No one really admits real weaknesses in an interview situation. It is general knowledge that this is an opportunity to turn the question into a positive. Think about something that relates to your experience of work that is plausible as a weakness, but is not really a negative point. For example, I am very particular about detail, or I become very focused on the projects in which I'm involved in. Why do you want to work for this company or in this role? Demonstrate your knowledge of the company and re-emphasize your suitability for the position by discussing your skills. Describe a situation in the past in which you took the initiative. A motivated, results-oriented employee knows what to do without being told. Describe to the interviewer situations in which you exhibited a strong work ethic or creative abilities that have helped you overcome particularly challenging situations. What are your career goals? Don't mention goals you know are most likely not attainable. Give realistic answers, such as management promotion in 3 to 5 years. Consider your past. Did you rise quickly or travel a rocky road? And use this as a guideline for what seems reasonable. Why should we hire you? Take this opportunity to reveal your organizational skills, positive attitude, and confidence. Restate some of the key aspects of the job and describe the traits that make you an ideal candidate for the position. Provide us with an example of when you have been required to show excellent time management skills and working to deadlines. Give an actual example of a time where you needed to utilize these skills in the workplace. It is better to prove your skills by providing a practical example. We will now complete the next activity, role-playing an interview using the above questions with the person next to you. If you are completing this session alone, write down how you would answer the questions above. It's not done once your interview is over. Following up after an interview is probably the most important part of getting a job. Employers look for candidates who have the ability to follow up because it shows willingness to get involved and be responsible. Always make a follow-up call or get in touch with the potential employer. Usually it's best to wait about a week to make a call, and when you do your best to get on the phone with the person who will be hiring. The next activity. How would you follow up with an employer? What would you say? Discuss with the person next to you. If you're completing this session alone, write down your selling points. Finally, be patient. Looking for a job is a journey. You need to plan wisely, research diligently, and choose carefully. Some other things to consider when moving to Australia and applying for jobs. Language barrier. Language proficiency can be a major challenge for migrants who are looking for work in a new country, where the language is different from their native language. Therefore, improving language skills can make it easier for you to understand job requirements and also communicate effectively with employers. Cultural differences. As a migrant, you may face challenges adapting to the cultural differences and norms here. Some employers might not recognise foreign qualifications and experience. You may lack networks and support. Migrants may have limited access to resources and support to help them navigate the job market in their new country, such as job search tools, training programs, and professional networks. Chat to locals in your community and consider working with a job agency that specialises in helping migrants find employment. They can provide advice, support, and access to job listings. We hope that this session has provided you with enough information to feel confident in securing employment in Australia.